You guys, I am really sorry. I had an issue with the dogs outside. I could not get Bo to come in. He found something and I had to chase him down the driveway. I really do apologize. I don't like being late like this. 1 or 2 minutes, great, but I apologize and I thank you for waiting if you did even. Good afternoon, everybody. I actually have to make sure that give me a sec. I can't see my screen, so give me just a second. Okay, cool. We're good. Hey everybody, look, it's Finny Bun Buns. Hey Charcoal Ninja, mods, thank you for waiting. Thank you everybody. Hey Joyce Drager, West Coast Fancy, Nancy Kestrel's here, Buffy, Joel, HC from LBC. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? No. Renee B. Hey Anne. Hey Rain. I don't know what you mean, Rain. Hey Scientology up north. Hey Liz. Starlina, thank you. Hey, Katie did it. Wendy Brewer. Joanne Hawley, Peggy Collins. Hey, Trixie. Megan Roberts is here. The mods are here. Sadly, there are mods. We can't get away with stuff, Rain. Hey, Aline. Natalie Strasser. Welcome back, by the way, Natalie Strasser. I saw your comment. Welcome back. Which song do you want me to sing, Renee B? Hey, Melissa. Wanda Parks. Oh, it's Friday. I keep thinking it's Saturday. Hey, Marie Marion, Linda Carlson from Sweden, Mrs. Hunty, Anna Banana. Hey, Lumen. I can see you, Lumen. Irish Mart, Libby Jackson, Gaslits. Yeah, Rain, the mods are quick. We only had a couple of minutes yesterday, but they showed up, did they not? In abundance, in full force. Teacher Nurse. Hey, Puka Vista. Debbie Zito made it. Moozy. Downs Mom. I haven't seen you for a little bit. Hey, babe. You are loved. Hey, Susie. Hey, Jojo Bananas. Oh, yes, Renee B. I've been listening to that song today. MLG Gamer. Lady O. Natalie, I see you and I'm glad you're here. Hey, Lori Lee. Anna Pikachu Hunter. Aw, thanks, Anna. Hey, Wisconsin Barb, Suzanne Reck, K-Fic. Good to see you, babe. Hey, Swiss P. Just Joan, I'm glad that you made it. That's okay. We're just doing roll call. I'm honored that you came back. Hey, Tony's Hooter. Love you, babe. Jessamine's here. Finny Bun Buns. Phineas Bun Buns. Hello, Phineas. Oh, he's so cute. He's a little man. Him's a little guy. Hey, Mama Smurf, you did make it today. Yesterday, I think you came in right at the end. Renee B, it's no joke. Guys, hey, Christy Anise, welcome back. I'm glad I got to talk to you last night. I'm happy to see you. Hey, Gina E. Hey, Alabama Rose. Oh, that's okay, Mrs. Hunty. I feel like I just saw you a few days ago, though. Finny Bun Buns. Hey, Karen Schneck. Oh, Phineas. What did we just drop? A pen or microphone? Finny Bun Buns? Him's a tiny. Hey, Aspire to Inspire, Sherry Taylor. Hey, Catherine B. I hope you're feeling better. Love you, babe. Yeah, Christy Anise, it's very nice to see you, and I'm happy that you're here. I'm going to plug this in. I know Gertie's pissed right now because she wants to be in here. Hey, Dee. Dee, I'm happy to see you. Hey, Elizabeth Miller. Hey, Charlotte. Don Davies. Just Jones says, I personally love roll call. Makes me feel involved with everyone because definitely that's the point of it. And I appreciate you saying that. Oh, Megan Roberts. If it's not one thing, it's something else. Guys, how are we? Yes, Dang, thanks, Joel Sachs. Hey, DS Kitty Diane. I can let him out because the cats are outside. Hang on. No one look at my legs. Gertie. Oh, you guys can come in. Come on. No, Finn, you can be out because the cats are out. Punky, come here. Okay, come on. Punky, come on. Okay, Hux. Switching, guys. Switching them out. Finny's doing really good. Do I look sad, Charlotte? Yeah, Buffy. Hey, Linda Perales. No, I'm not sad at all. Punky, I was feeling sorry for Gert, honestly, because I could hear her little poo-poo tippy toes at the door. You're pretty little too. Did you know this? Hey, Noelle. Love you, Christy and Anise. I missed you too. I'm happy to see you. Okay, good. Catherine B., I hope to see you on Sunday. I don't know why I say that. I know you'll be there. Candace, welcome in. Hey, drive-in fan. Drive-in fan says, I just have to tell you there was shenanigans going on in the chat before you and the mods got here. That's hilarious. Praise be to Gert. Hey, Lindy. What's going on today? I have some things that I kind of want to discuss because yesterday was hilarious. I really, really enjoyed yesterday's stream. Just Joan, you knew it was going to happen, did you not? Just Joan would like to take a look at you. Bo, what are you doing? Quit trying to eat cat food. Oh, wow. Thanks, Puka Vista. We're pretty tiny, too. Did you know that you were going to be this tiny in life? Did you have any idea that you would just be a little piece of shredded wheat with eyeballs? Yes, we see you, poop eater. Hey, Abigail. Hey, Linda. Yesterday was absolutely hilarious. Rain. You're pretty small, though. Like, I don't know if you actually knew it. Did you know? I'm not really entirely happy with you because you ate cat poop and the cat's food. And I think that you know all about it. It's really frustrating my life. But he is a good person. Hey, Lumen. I already said hi to you, but I just love your face. What name do you have this little cutie today? I've been calling you Sasha for the last day and a half. Sasha, do you remember that? Did you know that we've been calling you Sasha? Do you like Sasha? Or do you prefer Peregrine? Or do you want to go back to Harriet? Or do you like Malin? You prefer Malin because it's Southern. Okay. I'm not entirely happy with you breathing cat poop all over me. It's not appropriate. And you did go to Harvard, and there's really no excuse for it. Hey, Gloria. Harriet and the turd burglar. That's what you are. And he's smiley. And he's a good person. And he smiles all day because he eats poops. That's really gross. I have a problem with it. Hey, Sandy Wandy. It's a whole lot. And she says, honestly, I wish you'd get rid of him. It's beneath me to have a poop eater in this house. It's really gross. Punky, that's your brother. And she says, he's not my brother. He was adopted. He doesn't really belong. That's a really mean thing to say. Why do I feel like that lady from the 70s right now that does that show with like sock puppets? Is this what I've become? Hey, Angel K. I feel like this is what I've become. Haggis Basher. Do we feel like I feel like I'm on Sesame Street right now and it's like my career tanked and I'm just a washed up nobody. I'm like, wowee. Oh, look at that. I feel like I'm making sock puppets talk. Is that just me? Thank you, Wendy Brewer. Okay, good. Bo sat down, so I feel a little less that way. But for a minute, I felt like I was doing just like a children's show that's just like that awful show at the end of Mrs. Doubtfire, and he like changes it up to make it more children friendly. Daughter of the King, I received your books yesterday and your card. Thank you for that, and I look forward to it. I like what your card said, that one of the books was written by the husband. So thank you for that. Lamb chop. Yeah, yes. Hey, Rhonda McNeil, but Daughter of the King. I mean it. I never get to see you, and I was shocked. Thank you for that gift. Just Joan talks for your dog, too. Okay, I know, but it was almost became too much, and I felt like I was like, like it was a lot. What are you doing over there? Hey, Miss Sassafras. Wizard Owlin. Yeah, I saw the SNL one as well. Guys, We Stand Tall is one of the best songs in our lifetime. And I just have to say that I grew up on that song. Like, I know you guys are hearing it for the first time and it's silly and funny to you. I used to watch that on VHS tape. Hey, Rachel, and I would rewind and watch it again and rewind and watch it again. I love the piano solo in the beginning. Would I get hit in mods? Would I get a copyright strike? I'm sure I would. We smell the turds coming off of your party mouth. Your mouth is having a party because you ate turds. It's really gross. It's really sick, and we don't love it, but we do love you. But nobody else seems to love you because of your size. Everybody says he's too large. And he says, my mom is the only person that likes me, and she feeds me my lunchies. Oh, you're terrible. It is the best. Swiss P. Find yourself a guy the way Bo looks at you. Trust me, they don't exist. It's not real. Have you guys actually listened? Can I play it? I don't think I could. It's a rocker for a Scientology song, Lumen. It's a banger. I love to play that banger when I'm vacuuming. Heather, can you manipulate me, please? Has anybody not heard it? Like it's from, I don't know when it was created. I mean, it has to be from the 80s, I would guess, the 70s maybe. John Travolta's in it, but he's really young. It is such Rhonda McNeil says it's pretty awful and creepy. Oh, don't worry, Renee B. We're warming up. Jojo, it's just so good. And so that's the other thing. So SNL made like a spinoff of it, and it's hilarious. But the only missed opportunity, Kestrel, I already did. 1986. Okay. The only missed thing I feel like with that SNL video is they should have used, Katie did it. They should have used real ex-Scientologists. Like, I think it would be so funny to have made that video with Leah and Aaron and Mike, even throw me in there if you want, Nora, Sterling, Jenna, Natalie, all those people would have been so funny to be like, neurotology. Like, I would get so into it if I was in. So I think we should create our own, is what I'm saying. Just a spinoff. We Stand Tall is painfully catchy. I love the piano solo in the beginning. Can you see it, Jojo? Like, I can see it. I can absolutely see being like, neurotology, and like getting really into it whilst carrying this banger, this bad boy around, being like, I can get the F into it. It's from 1990. Lindy, Bo is not as cute as you think he is. And if you really love him, you would come take him off my hands, Lindy. Hey, Denise LaFond. Did Scientology have a song, Up With People? No, not that I'm aware of. Now, I got a real secret for you guys. We Stand Tall was my favorite, of course, but I have memories. This is a secret. No one seems to remember it. Nikki Neverin, I love that you're here, babe. My sister, I have memories of my sister Brianna and I doing this, and that's rare. I don't have a lot of memories with Brianna, right? Because we weren't really raised together. Okay. How many ex-Scientologists are in the chat right now? I think it's just our owl friend. I don't think no one's here. Hey, Texas Kate, there was another one. We had it on VHS, and it was called We Are the Auditors. It was quite the banger as well. Now, it wasn't as good as We Stand Tall. I can't find it on YouTube. I've never been able to find it. Hey, DNB, but it was like, we are the auditors. And it would like show all the auditors carrying their briefcases with an e-meter in it. And then it would show an auditor handing you the cans. Now, it was good. I didn't rewind it and play it again as much as I did We Stand Tall. I'm so happy, Megan Roberts. Rhonda McNeil. Guys, if you haven't actually watched, sorry, I have cat hair all over my face now. If you haven't actually watched We Stand Tall, what are you doing with your life? I'm not kidding. I like to still listen to it whilst white gloving my house, because that's what we did in Scientology. Like, we're forced. Hey, good vibes. T. Louise, welcome back. Had nose surgery. I'm recovering. Well, lots of healing vibes to you, my friend. But thank you for being here. Jojo, Reese, Stacy says hi. Hey, Stace. Love Stacy. I'm glad to see her if she is in here, or maybe she's in your living room. I'm not really sure. That's actually pretty good. Rachel says, I can see you loving it. I think Aaron would be standing in the back with a cherry red face, hating every second. Classic Aaron. Like, yes, yes, but in the best of ways. Like, you wouldn't want Aaron doing anything else. That would be classic. He wouldn't want to do it. Like, Aaron wouldn't want to participate in a song like that. But I love the idea of him like being there and being like, we stand tall. He'd be all pissed off, but he would be into it. Um, that's the song I want to do the flash mob when we go into court in Vermont. Angel K, hey, rocks in a box. Angel K, I have a P.O. box that I pay a lot of money for that you can ship things to if you so choose, but please don't feel like you have to. I never expect anything from anybody. I don't even know that my mods post the address anymore, but they can. But thank you. That would be a great, hey, Hope, a great song. Yes, good vibes to do when we get sued in court and I go to prison. Remember the hold music at the Nashville church, the song John Statham wrote? No, because the Nashville church, the Celebrity Center in Nashville, is not my church. I did not grow up there. I grew up at the church in Kansas City. So you know what song? Because our church won the birthday game in the 90s. And they cared so much that over and over they played Eye of the Tiger all day long when I was on staff. Eye of the Tiger. Hey, Joanne Morrison. Good for her. I'm glad that she's back home. No, Abigail, you don't have to send it to me. Wait, Abigail, what song did you find on YouTube? We Stand Tall is right there for anybody to go see, if that's what you mean. Thank you. Yadira just posted my P.O. box. Hey, Geoplanet Jane, but I think when we do all meet in court in Vermont, and I get sued, now remember, everybody, remember the plan. Lindy, I don't know that that's true, and I think it's the right thing to do. So maybe you should see about it. Remember the plan, everybody. When we go to court and I get sued in Vermont, I want everybody to come. You guys, we're doing a meetup in the courtroom, and I'll just let the judge know, like, Your Honor, this was already planned. It's a prior plan that we had. Who's writing the Reese Goes to Court musical? We Stand Tall is our emotional support survival song, and we will sing it in that courtroom. And I don't want to hear otherwise. When I get sued, I'm being told, I guess people are saying, okay, Jojo, get your bail money ready. Free Reese. We're gonna have that hashtag Free Reese painted on water towers in Vermont, just so that when I come to town, people know who I am, right? Since I'm the talent. But I'm apparently getting sued. There's like everybody's getting a lawsuit slapped on them. So, you know, if you're going to do it, you have to do it right. So we're going to do a meetup. We already petitioned the judge to sue us sometime in like September, October, because I heard it's beautiful in Vermont. Why am I being sued? Because I knew Tommy. I think that's why. Yeah, I think that's why I'm being sued. Ghostwriter. What's my eyeglass frame? I have this in 3 colors. This is that same black frame. I wear it all the time. Tom Ford 5641B. So we petitioned the judge, Hope, to do court. We're going to hold trial. I'm being sued. I think I'm being sued because I used to sleep with Tommy or something crazy. I can't remember what the paperwork said, but like, because he was your boyfriend, and I can't remember the rest, what it said. Yeah, we're being sued by the biscuit lady. Yeah. Go the Greek. Welcome in. And anyway, the point is not the lawsuit itself. It's what are we going to wear, right? What time of year? So I have already had my attorneys reach out to the judge and say, nothing is going to be acceptable except whatever kind of time you can make for us in September, October. Just Joan? Yes, I think so. Ain't going to happen, girl. And so what are we? Hey, Heidi. Doesn't Heidi hate me? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. What are we going to wear? I'm thinking like chunky sweaters, but we all have to coordinate. And I thought it was for child support for Wee Bjorn. That's a separate lawsuit, and that's going to be held in Ecuador. What are we going to wear? I'm thinking like we all kind of coordinate chunky sweaters. I didn't know you were being sued as well. I need an emoji for my rolling my whole head. Yeah. Hey, Dawn. I don't know if it's not a sure thing yet, but I just want to be prepared for this kind of lawsuit. Okay, Heidi. Okay. I was thinking of somebody else. Love you, girl. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to single you out. A lot of people hate me, Heidi. It's hard to know. So what are we going to wear? I know that we're going to puffy sleeves. Yeah. Jojo, that's a great question. Presidential look. I'm thinking a lot of blazers. Um, oh, that's great to hear, Tammy. Ellie J's husband is going home possibly Sunday. Good, because I've been thinking about her, and I know a lot of us have. Thanks, Tammy, for updating that. We want to do some apple picking. Hey, tired Madge. I already told the judge that we had some hay rides, and we have to be able to accommodate all the people coming. So I heard there's a good pizza place that we can have pizza delivered into the courtroom. Hay rides, apple picking, blazers, Viggy Cats. Love you, Viggy Cat. I believed you. Red hats with big flowers, GeoPlanet Jane. Vermont in the fall is amazing. Yeah, I think we should go. I think that's a good time of year to go to jail too. Like, I feel like that's going to get a lot of good coverage. And when you guys are outside of the courthouse streaming it, like, I feel like make sure that you stay on my face, of course, when I come out. Like, oh, cider. I expect someone to have cider there for when I get out. Hey, Don Clark, but like, make sure you have the camera right on me. But in the meantime, hey, Sierra Terry, a lot of flannels, blazers, some plaid. I was thinking like a nice brooch, like a nice big presidential brooch on a blazer. I do too, Rhonda. Keep the camera on me, of course, right? But before I come walking out, I'll make sure that like I have a makeup artist in the jail. But when I come walking out, all fresh faced. Make sure that you get I want to get some scenery of just get an idea of what Vermont is like. We want to highlight the town because, of course, we're coming, right? So we want to support small business. So I want you guys to make sure that you get like the crisp leaves, right? I want you to be sipping on some hot cider. I'll find an Airbnb we could rent. We take over the whole thing and we have fires at night in the fireplace. Wow. That's a great idea. We need to get a head count here, guys. And also we need to scrape all of our money together to give to me, of course. So, no one goes for free. Nothing's free, unfortunately. Definitely hard cider. Attorney fees. Lindy, see, this is what I mean. She's already putting her money toward this. You're pooling it you're doing the right thing. You're doing the Lord's work, Lindy, and I want you to know it. Bjorn Scoville. Yeah, he's adorable. Has his father's beak, and he's so cute. Tommy's pushing him around in a stroller right now as we speak near the equator. Just laughing it up, chewing on a plantain. They FaceTime and they're so cute together. Yeah, so I'm thinking cider. If you're GeoPlanet Jane, hard cider, only local firewood. We do want to make a good impression in this town. Thanks, Dark Roast. Susan Cook, I missed what you said. That's why they copy you. Okay, so we're thinking cider, if you're GeoPlanet Jane, hard cider, crisp blazers, hay rack rides, apple picking, pizza. I think I'm also thinking like this plaid Pendleton skirt I got once at an estate sale. Like, it's long, it's a thick flannelly plaid. I'm thinking that with like a pretty brown belt with like a chunky turtleneck, like a cream like this, and then maybe putting a blazer over that. Oh my God, with a beret. Shit. That would be cute. I feel like I would win that lawsuit just because I was the cutest dressed, right? Did you hear the baby crying on the screen? Yeah, on his stream? Yeah, I did. Rhonda McNeil, now I want plantains. They're delicious. I get them at Trader Joe's. But yeah, no, the baby's doing great. Does he have Tommy's hairstyle? For now, he does, but he is adorable. And his uncle loves him and he loves eating spicy stuff. They put it in his bottle. It's really cute. It's really, really sweet. I wish you guys could see it. Maple syrup tours. This is a great call. Absolutely. I think we need to be doing something like that. That reminds me of the blazer I got from Lady Co with the silver strings. I remember you ordering that. Abigail, aren't you cute? Um, Hey, Trish. Oh, yeah, we're talking about the court trip in the fall. So you need to get on the sign up sheet if you're coming, Trish. Make sure that you guys pool your money together. And again, Trish, we're trying to narrow down because fall will be here before you know it, and I'll be in cuffs. So, hey, Cliff Ann, we're just trying to narrow down. Like, we don't want anybody like dressing weird. Everybody needs to look kind of similar. That way we all know we're in the same group. So we want to decide what we're wearing, of course. And Buffy, I know you will. We'll stream it for you, Buffy. The judge already said that was fine. We also need to get a list of people's allergies. Again, we're going to be doing some pumpkin picking, apple picking, hay rides. Barbara, hey. And we need positions to be set for the flash dance. Do you have that blazer, Reese? No, I don't. I did not get that one. So that's the other thing. So the cat's out of the bag. A wool beret, Sandy, you know I have like 100 of them. Matching seersucker suits. Shelly, you've thought of everything. The flash mob. Mm-hmm. We could get a big bus with the cult of Reese on it. I think we decided yesterday, Liz, and I hope you put this in the minutes. Let the judge know we need 4 to 6 weeks notice. I already did. I had my attorney send a letter to the judge. We want it in the fall, not cold fall, like warmer fall. Also, we wanted to let the judge know it has to be half days because we have stuff planned for the afternoons. The flash dance. So we are going to be, we're going to have to like really rehearse this. That's terrifying, Liz. I'm going to have to get some grifting tips. Pumpkins grow on the ground. Okay, well, you can still pick them, right? Pick them up, perhaps. Okay. Get some grifting tips so I can get the money to come there from Australia. Megan, just get it done. Just get it done. You can do it, girl. Oh, Cult of Reese. Liz, I think we decided yesterday we are not going to be the Cult of Reese. I think, oh, damn, Liz, that's unfortunate. I think, what do you guys, we need to vote on this so I can send the official paperwork in for the 501c3. Oh my God, if we need to defend Tommy, I say we flash mob to What a Man by Salt and Pepper. I think he would love it. I think that's a gift. It's a grift. Excuse me, a gift. Yeah, no, I think that's great. We are cult adjacent, and I just want to be respectful and PC about that. When we send in the paperwork for the 501c3, we are not a cult of Reese. We are cult adjacent. I think it flows better. I love seeing you. It gets more and more confusing to just pop into one of these live streams these days. It always was, though, Teresa. I mean, let's think about that. I think it always was. I don't even know what's going to come out. How about Reese's Country Club for wayward girls? What's a wayward girl? Club Reese. That's, I kind of like that. But I think cult adjacent is just, again, PC, and we want to keep the respect in for some people. So what do you guys think of that? Do you want cult of Reese? Okay, so cult of Reese, put a 1 in the chat. Cult adjacent. What do we want on the side of the bus and the plane? Put a 2 in the chat. Cult of Reese. Would we call it the cult adjacent? Cult of Reese? The Reese preservation and conservancy sounds both legit and vague enough. I think we'll get that paperwork back quicker if we put it the Reese preservation. Mm-hmm. Club Reese. Kestrel, I see you. Mm-hmm. What happened to the helicopter? It doesn't hold enough people. We're getting sued, Teresa, so we had to put in some grifting for the small plane. Hey, Marissa Martin. So, do we like more cult adjacent? I just think it's more, it flows better and it makes you feel better when you give me your money. Um, I would sell a kidney, but I think it's better to sell someone else's. Let me go find a backpacker, get my hammer, and get it done. It's a great Australian pastime. Megan, I love you for that. Thank you so much. I think for the 501c3, you should change cult to more religious nomenclature. Um, Crease, do we like that? Tony, uh, Crease. Am I really getting sued? I mean, the Lord willing and the creek rises. I don't know. I don't know. People love to throw shit out there. It's like people who Google things and suddenly they're a Google doctor. I think people like to throw things out because they have a camera and a computer and a keyboard and they started a YouTube channel. I think people think that they're a big deal when they're not. And that includes me, by the way. Just because you have a YouTube channel doesn't mean you can run around saying whatever you want. But here we are. Here we are. So I'm not really sure. Crease. Would we call it Club Crease? I wonder if the paperwork would go through faster. Um, Crease. I kind of like it. It's to the point. Club Crease. Well, Teresa, Buffy, it isn't a joke. Tommy is suing, what's her name? Meryl. I love that Tommy is calling her Meryl. And by the way, he's not doing it intentionally. He just doesn't even know. He doesn't pay attention enough to her. He calls her Meryl. And I always loved the name Meryl. I especially love the name Meryl for a man. Do you guys remember the movie? Oh my God. It had Joaquin Phoenix and Mel Gibson. Signs. M. Night Shyamalan movie. Uh, Joaquin Phoenix's name in that movie was Meryl, and I absolutely loved that for a man. I think that is such a cool name. I love it for a woman too. Like I would like that to be my name. I think Meryl is such a cool name. And Meryl Streep's getting emails about Tommy and wondering why. Yeah, I know. I heard. I'm loving the charm on the necklace. I just got this on Etsy from a guy in Germany. I just got it from Germany. I got like a 3-pack of these. They're vintage charms. I got him a 3-pack for like $6. Thank you. I really liked it. I don't know why, because it's red, white, and blue. I don't know why it came from Germany, but it did. Um, I thought you were served. People say all sorts of things on YouTube. Threats are just the order of the day. Yeah, people are full of empty threats and they think they're badass dick swingers. And it's easy to laugh at those people. Um, Meryl said that you would be called as a witness against Tommy. That could get fun. Witness to what? You know what I mean? I know what I mean. Yeah. Hey, Topsy. I'm not going to do it, but that would be fun. I hope Tommy's lawyer knows Meryl's real name. I was thinking that too. Their egos go to their heads, Lindy. Absolutely. I think that I've said this the other day. Swing that dick, swinging dick. Yes, Rain. And that's what happens. The dicks get swung left and right. I said this the other day, in all seriousness, I think people get YouTube channels and the ones I've seen anyway, and you get anything like 1,000 or more subs, and I think it goes to their heads. And I think when they clickbait it and they get a few hundred people watching them, that really goes to their heads. The sleeves on this are so cute with these matching stripe. How do we make it get seen? This is a small. I think it's just meant to be oversized, but like I really want to see that pop of sleeve with, right? Like that's why I did all this. That's why I did it. I'm the talent. Some people are just idiots. Yeah. She growled, let's put her on the stand. Do it. And I'm going to wear the cutest blazer. I'm going to look so cute in Vermont in the fall. Get out of here. It's an honor. I swear Bo has more sense than some of those nasty people, and Bo eats poop. That's a great point. And you couldn't be more right, Joan. No, seriously, I think people get a YouTube channel and they get like some traction. Thanks, Topsy. They get some traction going, and suddenly I think it goes to their heads, like Jeff becoming a jester. I think all of a sudden you think you're like the cream of the crop. You're this like esoteric, amazing group, and you're not. None of us are. Like, this could be taken away tomorrow. You're a nobody. None of us are somebodies as far as that goes. Like, we actually should work harder to be better people because people watch us. Am I wrong? Hey, Joe, like, why? What about using your influence for good? That's a concept. Like, why would you immediately go to the clickbaiting, trashing people shit? I don't know. I don't know. Buffy, I don't think so. Not yet. They get big heads and big attitudes, Joe. They do. It's like that goes to their head. And you can see the ones it happens to. You can see like the way they talk and you can read their body language. And it's like, oh my God, you think you're a somebody. Like, that's too bad. That's kind of not how that works. You actually should be a little bit more humble and try to help people. Like, use your channel maybe to try to like do some good, help some people, connect. No? Okay. Yeah, I know, Lumen. I agree. I think it only makes things worse when you associate with Nazi racists. I think that always takes a toll, right? It's a downfall. Um, Great power comes great responsibility. The problem is we don't have great power. No one does. We just have great responsibilities, and we really shouldn't take it lightly. Um, Speaking of that, that was actually going to be my topic for today. Yeah, Lori Lee, it's weird. It's weird what people do when they think they have power. I've always said this. I've said it 100 times. If I could have all the power in the world or all the money in the world, I would take all the money. I've never been interested in power. Hey, old Charlie, I've never been into the power trip thing. Like, I've never felt like, hey, Amy Edge, does that make sense? Like, I think because I've always had such low self-esteem, I've never wanted to be in charge of people. I've never wanted to like be the shot caller on things. I would much rather just be silent in the world and wealthy and like back into my little corner I go. I don't want to call shots and make people feel small. And I think people go more in that direction, like power. People get real power hungry. It's not me. I'm not like that. I am really sick of that. And I'm going to move on to the next topic, but I gotta agree with you here, Haggis. I'm sick of hearing out of their mouths, I'm here to support the victims of Scientology, as a verbal attack video comes out 5 minutes later. I heard this person say recently, like, I will stand with the victims. I support the victims. Not only is that disgusting, you also can't say, hey, Maisie. No, you don't need to. It's really gross to me to say I support the ex-Scientology community, or like promote, help and resources with foundations or books or whatever it is. And then come out 3 minutes later, hey, Third Eye Open, hey, Lenora Gray, and attack ex-Scientologists. Hey, Lee Sane. Do you see what I mean? You can't say, we want to help all the ex-Scientologists except that one. You look nuts. And it's a disservice so much to the entire ex-Scientology community. And it's an even bigger disservice, right, to people who are under the radar watching us. Hey, Robin Miners, watching us make these moves on each other, like moves, chess pieces, right? Like, it shocks me every day. I just talked about this with a friend a few hours ago. It shocks the shit out of me that you would say, I'm here to help. I'm here to help the ex-Scientologists. We want to get people out. We want to end Scientology, but we're going to attack ex-Scientologists that we don't like or support. I've said this so much. We don't have to be friends, guys. And I don't have any enemies, by the way, in actual ex-Scientology enemies. I'm speaking specifically here about Meryl. But hey, no one, but I'm sure there are. I'm not going to be naive here. I'm sure there are ex-Scientologists that also hate me. I'm not going to act like I'm loved, right? But the point is, yes, Abigail, it's so hypocritical. And the job that we could get done to actually help get rid of Scientology, or actually um, help Scientologists out if they want out, who's going to come out into this safety zone? There's no safe space to come out to. If I was under the radar like I was watching this shit show, I'd be like, oh, hell no. It's not safe out there. It's safer here. What if I come out and this woman decides she wants to help me and then turns around and decides she hates me and starts attacking me and making bullying videos and nonstop? And then she gets all of her friends to do it and they all jump on board. Yeah, I really want to leave Scientology and lose everything to come out here where it's safe. It's crazy. Like the things we could accomplish if we all worked together. Not saying, hey, Stacey Toms, that we have to be best friends. Not saying we have to come onto each other's platforms. But I am saying, like, if we all stood tall, like this video name, or stood strong about it and said it's safe out here, no matter who you choose, we're here to help. That is so fucked up to say, we want to help the ex-Scientologists. We want to help the victims and then attack an ex-Scientologist who's been out for 2 years. I'm not the only one that's been attacked, by the way. I'm not sitting here saying poor me. But it is the most hypocritical bullshit, and we see through it. You're not helping anybody. You don't stand for any victims. Your argument just collapsed on itself, right? It is the biggest red flag I've seen thus far. And I'm not kidding. I feel very strongly about that. How can you support or be anywhere near support of ex-Scientologists and pretend that's what you're here to do, and then come attack an ex-Scientologist? You look like a fucking nutty bird wackadoodle, wackaloon, lunatic. I'm giving up true crime for you. You have to do more than that, though. I appreciate your $20 and giving that up, but you have to like refinance your house or sell a kidney or something. Just kidding. I love you, Maisie. Thank you for your super chat, babe. You're hilarious. Don't give it up. Don't give it up. I was thinking about that, Reese. Those leaving the Sea Org may not want to burn their life down and go all the way out immediately. Well, what's the fucking alternative here? Hey, Jenny Stout. I'm glad that you're hopefully not sick anymore, right? What's the alternative? I'm serious, you guys. Everybody close their eyes for a minute. You be a Scientologist and imagine it as much as you can. You're dying to get out. You're desperate to get out. You watch all these channels, or you watch 3 out of all of them, whatever it is. You'd have to give up everything. It's truly giving up everything to cross over to the other side, to the real world, to come out here where it is with us. They don't want to leave. If they're watching any of this traumatic chaos burn to the ground, just throwing shots, and then like total nobodies who were never even in Scientology attacking ex-Scientologists, but pretending to support ex-Scientologists, it makes no sense. I just want you guys to think that through, because I hadn't thought it through until recently. You cannot do both. You cannot pretend to be a good guy whilst being fucking diabolical. You can't, and we see through it. Just getting here, all I have to say is amen. Baby steps, love you. Nice to see you. Yes, and thank you for your super chat, baby steps. I would be satisfied at this point if people just left each other alone. Yes, nobody has to befriend anyone. It's not okay making a living harassing each other. Yes, I'm the same. I'm like, we don't have to be best friends, any of us. Not asking for that, but like, damn, set your swords down. Like, everybody stop being the enemy of each other. We're not. And we just look like we're still in Scientology. Might as well get your fucking papers out and start writing knowledge reports and send them to IJC, the International Justice Chief. You can say all day long that she's nuts. The problem is she really is nuts and it will never get through to her. I know, Amy Edge, I'm not really preaching to her. Thank you for your super chat, Amy. Hey, Nora again. To say before I walk the plank on my channel. Okay, well, we support you, Nora. So whatever you're doing, I was going to hop into your chat, but we might overlap each other by just a little bit, but I will hop in and say hello. Thank you for coming by. That's really supportive. I feel warmer. I've always said this, even though it's weird because I've also said I don't want to be friends with ex-Scientologists. Hey, Lady O, but yeah, Dawn, it's weird. I kind of wonder that too, but it's not up to me. What was I just saying? I was reading the chat and I went blank. Somebody help me. Somebody had to have been listening. What was I saying? Hey, whine a little bit more. I don't remember what I was saying, so I'm going to go back to what I do remember, which was you just imagine seeing this chaotic shit show and you imagine trying to come out and get help being a Scientologist. um, I wouldn't want to come out. I wouldn't want to come out. It's hard to be friends. We have, oh, I know. That's what I was saying. Thanks, Nora. We have a lot in our own way. You were talking about stop hating on each other. Yeah, Nora, you just reminded me. Thank you. It's hard to be friends, Nora, because of our tactics of what we know, right? Like stabbing each other in the back, for instance, or but I've never gotten that vibe like off of certain people. Thanks, old Charlie. And here's the other thing I was going to say, more important. I feel warm with you, Nora, because you speak my language. You automatically have a bigger place in my heart, and I automatically say this. I make so much more room and I hold a lot more space for the ex-Scientologists because of the messes that we came from, right? Like you got to make room for that. I don't expect perfection out of any of us. We came from a fucked up place, and that's all we know. But at the same time, I feel closer to you. I feel closer to any ex-Scientologist than the other way around because you understand. I could share anything in Scientology with you and you would know exactly what I was saying. I wouldn't have to break it down for you. I wouldn't have to explain it to you. You get it. That holds a lot of weight for me. Thank you, Tampa A. Yeah, I'm just past the hatred shit. Like Nora's totally welcome in here, and I will go over to her chat and say hello. I'm especially not here to hate on ex-Scientologists. I'm just not. I never had an interest in that. I don't want to hate on anybody. I just wish people would leave it, like Rhonda McNeil said, like leave it alone. Why harp on something? Again, I say Meryl, because it's like she wasn't even a Scientologist. She's irrelevant. She has nothing to do with anything. What does she have to do with anything other than she was raised in her own cult? But here she is making it her life's mission to attack me. It's so weird, but it's more than weird. It is such a red flag that like people are walking past like it's wallpaper. Don't you think it's a little weird that she's like, I support it and I want to help? Except Reese, step back, bitch. No, we see through that shit. It's weird. It's weird. You either do or you don't. Or just shut your mouth. Just shut your fucking mouth. Just be quiet about it. Let me live my life, right? Like, I don't get it. I'm 2 years out of Scientology. Hey, Kells Bells, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to learn what I'm doing. But I sure as shit am not trying to harm anybody. And you trying to paint this weird picture of like, we have to expose Reese. It's everybody's saying it. It's super weird. Mima, I am. It's just, that's the only word I can think of for it. It's bizarre behavior. How can you in one sentence say, I support this. I want to help. I'm an ally. And then turn around and do that. That's not how that works. It's not how that works. Nora says, ditto. That's a really good way to say how we hold space for each other because of our unique upbringing. It is. It is. I've never understood. Thanks, Jenny. I've never understood why we came from the same damn torturous place. Why do we need to go there other than to help each other out of it? Like talk through it. That's what I miss my streams with Sterling the most, because we would have those Scientology talks and it really was very healing for me and therapeutic because he understood what I was saying and I could understand his story and where he came from. I miss that because it really does help me. And I'm a big believer in therapy anyway and talking this stuff out. But attacking someone who was never even in Scientology yet supports the ex-Scientology community, it doesn't add up. It's very strange. It doesn't fucking add up for me. And I'm curious about that at this point because it continues and it continues. And I'm like, what's going on here? It doesn't make any sense, right? So what I want to say about that though is exactly, that's the topic I wanted to get into was I don't know what I'm doing. And I kind of got into this yesterday. And this is why I hold space for honestly a lot of content creators. And I've said this. I always thought she was a decent content creator until she just started bullying people. I'm not the only person that she has bullied. She's bullied Nora. She's bullied a lot of people. The sucky thing is she's not a natural born bully. She sucks at it. Like again, I'm sure Nora would stand with me on this. We were bull baited forever. It doesn't, me too, Candace. It doesn't even make a dent. And it's not intimidating. Like none of it is. And again, when you align yourself with Nazi racists, it brings you down a couple of notches, your credibility there too. What exactly is it that MH thinks she needs to expose? I think it's all about the money and she's envious. I think the money part she talks about a lot whilst posting her Venmo and PayPal and accepts super chats and gifted memberships. So I don't know there other than let's just cut to the chase instead of beating around the bush there. She's doing the exact same thing and bless her for it. It's her job. I'm not shaming anybody for making super chats. That's what we do. We're content creators and you tip us for the job that we do if you choose to. It's not under the table. It's not anything. Like everybody should. I hope that people make money doing this. We deserve to. It's not easy, especially if you're putting your entire life out there for the world to put under a microscope and make fun of you and bully you about, right? Every single thing I say, I'm hey, Critters Creations, I'm put under a microscope about, right? So I don't, hey, Rika, Susie with an S, welcome in, babe. I don't understand the money part. It's getting old. It's recycled. No one really cares anymore. I've had my channel almost 2 years. She gets super chats. All these haters get super chats just like I do. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what's behind that. It's really hard to tear me down for doing something. You're doing the exact same thing. The exact same thing. How is your super chat different than my super chat? How is your gifted membership any different? How is anybody joining with a membership any different? It isn't. So let's just cut right through to that. It isn't. And you look like a fucking fool, right? And by the way, this isn't to tear her down. This is me just standing up for myself and pointing out the obvious. That's all. I every once in a while I like, hey, Marisa Robertson, good to see you, babe. I definitely feel every once in a while like I'm going to just say it, right? And I don't feel like I've gone too far. However, I am switching, not the topic because it goes right into this. I said this yesterday, but I kind of went off on a tangent and we got silly. And I want to come back to it because it's important to me and it's been on my mind a lot for like the last 48 hours. Couple shows ago, I talked about some things that have been pulling me down and making me sad. And I feel like I can't talk about it on YouTube, not because of you guys, but because the haters will run with it. And I did talk about it. I talked about Huxley and I talked about the Doug thing and my reflecting on how I could have been a better mother and I wasn't, and I didn't. Hey, Sweeney Todd. Yeah, it's been a long time. And I feel guilty. I hold a lot of guilt there. And I know you guys say, hey, Reese, you're a really good mother. Sure. And I appreciate that so much. I'm trying now to be a good mother, but I truly wasn't then. It's a fact. I wasn't. I was not a good mother when I was a Scientologist. And so things are different now. And I'm proud of where we've gotten and how close we are, he and I. But oh, it's Deanna. Okay, I know you're really busy, but I really need to talk to you. Okay, I think you messaged me your phone number. I can send you a text if that works. No problem. No problem. I will get to you, babe. It's not mentally healthy to be holding guilt, old Charlie, and I'm working through that. The point is, guys, I'm not stagnant in any of this. It's important for you to understand that I reflect on that and I heal from it and I move forward a little bit. And I feel less, you're welcome, babe. And I feel less of a bad mother. And then I make a little bit of progress. It's not meant to be quick, but you're right, old Charlie, and I don't want to tear myself down. However, there are some things that I've been reflecting on. that I'm not pointing blame to anyone about, and such as, and I talked about this yesterday, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. No, I still don't. I came out of the gate swinging out of Scientology and started a YouTube channel. That was good and bad, right? Like, I made a lot of mistakes, and I just want to touch on that like we did yesterday. And again, I don't feel like I said it enough. Topsy, I think it's expecting too much of yourself to have had a really good parent and to have been a really good parent and a Scientologist. It seems to me those things are mutually exclusive. Yes, I agree with that. And thank you, Topsy. Marisa says, excuse me, haven't we all laid in bed at night thinking of the mistakes we made that day, tried a best way to solve? Yes, I hope so. It makes us better people to do that. It's so much better to do that, in my opinion, than to blame or go, well, that person's worse, or, well, it's not me, any of those things. Like, I really admire and I want to be around people who self reflect 100%. Hey, Andrew. Andrew says you are 2 years into healing after a lifetime of trauma. Give yourself some slack, my friend. Andrew, Mima, I am so sorry. Teresa says, Reese, I think it's really healthy for you to be real about all of Hux's childhood and the decisions you made. It is because you are not denying that time that you know were not to go in the future. Thank you, Teresa. I just don't want to be in denial, and I want to be open with and honest with me and to you guys, because that's what we do here, right? But thank you, Teresa. I also just want to say, this is kind of off a different subject, but same topic, really, if that makes sense. I have not talked about the most appropriate topics here on this channel. And I want to be really real about that right now. I want to be very open. I feel like lately I'm just more tackling stuff head on as opposed to being soft about it. Like, I'm not, hey, Martin, I'm not softening things. I'm being a little bit more clear and upfront. Just Joan, I appreciate that so much, babe. Thank you for saying that. The truth is, the proof is in the pudding. He's an amazing kid with manners, values, and kindness. Winning. Robin Miners, thank you. You're not wrong. But the truth is also that I have some things that I want to be open about. And I appreciate that, Robin. But I don't want to soften it. I want to be I don't want to be harsh, but I want to be very real right now. And there are plenty of things on this channel that I have, topics that I have discussed that I know I'm kind of repeating what I said yesterday, but just because, sorry, I'm fixing this watch. Just because there's so many things that I've noticed about myself lately, and that'll still happen. But just because I feel like I've kind of felt this way my whole life, I've justified making people uncomfortable. Hey, Carolyn Cotter, by saying, well, I'm comfortable with it. So, like, that's not enough, and it's inconsiderate of other people. And I love that line that I wrote in my notes in my phone, and I'm going to try to just remember it. Thank you, Tampa A. Well, I can't remember it verbatim, and I want to know. Gertie is snoring. Sometimes I forget Reese has been out 2 years. She's processed a lot, and I'm sure there's so much more. Healing takes time. Give yourself grace, time, space, and the patience you'd give your kid. Rika, that's a really nice thing to say. Amy says, Reese, you are growing and evolving. That is going to go on for years. It's natural. If you weren't doing that, I would be worried. Thank you. Hey, Florence. Thank you, Florence. Thank you, guys. And you're all right, but it's not enough for me. I have to keep going. I have to learn more about me, and I want to be a better person every day. I have a lot of notes in my phone because I jot stuff down. Here it is. This is the only thing I'm trying to live by at this point. And this is my decision. Hey, Wendy Ramirez. Yeah, it's like saying anyone else's point of view doesn't matter, Joe. Exactly. It's inconsiderate. Here it is. The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. I don't know where that came from. I think I saw it somewhere and I just wrote it in my phone really fast. Guys, the effect we have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Now, I just spent the first 45 minutes talking about somebody else as a content creator. That's not having a good effect on others. Now, I wasn't just talking about her to make fun of her. I was talking about her to address some shit that she's doing to paint me in a bad light and lying to make me look bad. So, in my opinion, that's still having a good effect on others. And that's me standing up for myself. So, at the same time, it's not like I came on here and like, bashed her and made fun of how she looks, right? I'm coming on here specifically saying there's a huge red flag here. You claim to support the ex-Scientology community, but you bash and make fun of me and laugh at me and start rumors about me and you talk about my kid. So to me, that's not a bad thing to bring up or talk about, right? Hey, Abigail, oh, how amazing this would be. Let's consider how to encourage one another in love and good deeds, not abandoning our own meeting together, as is the habit of some people, but encouraging one another. I love that. And that's exactly what we're saying. Abigail, I love your scriptures. Thank you for that. That's beautiful, Abigail. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat as well. The effect that we have on others is the most valuable currency there is. I truly believe that. In my heart, I believe that. That's what I want to think on my deathbed. I don't want to waste my time fighting, but that's not even the point of what I'm saying. I love my channel, but I have made so many mistakes talking about certain topics on this channel that are not ideal for all of us. And this isn't my channel. I don't look at it that way. This is our space. It's our place. We built it together. There's consistently at least around 300 people every time we do a show. That's not a small number. That's a number I'm very grateful for, of people who sit there and listen, or they're driving, or they're cleaning, or they're making dinner for their kid, or whatever they're doing. They take the time to be here with this community. It's not just me. That's a big deal. But I have abused that. She is snoring so loud. Can you guys hear it? I feel like I have abused that. Now, good Lord, Matilda. Your streams are completely different. Yeah, Jojo. You break down their bullshit, they spread lies and hate. Yeah. It just made me think of a New Order song. I'll break them down, no mercy shown. I love that song. Ceremony, New Order, great tune. You know who redid that song? I think it was like a one-off thing, but Radiohead, oh my God. Radiohead's version of that song is fantastic. Joe Virus, you probably know what I'm talking about. No one else probably does. Anyway, back to it. I can only speak for me. Interesting, Marisa Robertson. I don't know. I can only speak for me. I'm not going to point out other people's, yeah, Jojo, other people's faults other than when they're attacking me, right? I can only point out other people's faults, and or I don't want to point out other people's faults. I want to stick to my own lane. But I have talked about topics on this channel where I thought, well, I feel good about it. Like what I'm specifically talking about right now in my mind is sex. And I love talking about sex. I love the act of sex. I love normalizing talking about bodies, all of that stuff. But there's a way to do it. Interesting, Joe. I love that song. I love that band. There's a way to go about it where it works for most of us. I'm not going to say where it works for everyone, because you cannot please everyone, like JoJo said. And that's just not something I'm striving to do. I know better. But specifically, like when I was streaming with Tommy, and I said this yesterday, and I need to apologize to him for this. I made that man very uncomfortable. You could watch it. You could see it. And I walked right through it. I bulldozed through that topic. And I thought, well, I don't have anything on it because I don't have any boundaries, because I've been talking about sex since I was 6, because I've been on the cans about it. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't mean because you're comfortable, you have to make half the group uncomfortable. So I want to apologize to you guys for that. It's not cool. It's not very classy. Again, I am not sitting here saying we won't talk about this. I enjoy talking about the topic when it pertains to the act, or, if I'm laughing about something that happened 10 years ago, but it's not cool to put people on blast. If I ever date a man again, if I'm ever in a relationship, you'll never know about my sexual relationship with that person. Even if he said, I don't care, talk about it, I wouldn't, because it's inappropriate, it's private, and it's disrespectful to the relationship. Hey, true to it. Um, this belongs to all of us, but it is your platform, your place to express yourself. It is your place to honestly tell how you feel about what you say. If we didn't like it, we'd leave. And Joan, you're right. And some people do. Some people do go, hey, I'm tuning out of this one. It's not my kind of topic, or it's getting weird. I'll come back tomorrow. I love those people and I appreciate that so much. It's very mature. But we're not talking about those people being mature. We're talking about how immature I have acted. And it is a matter of, I said this yesterday, grow up, Reese. Grow up. Right? You'll notice I don't have Martin. Don't worry, I will. You'll notice I don't talk about Huxley quite as much. It's a respect issue. I can, and sometimes I do, but I don't want to just throw people's lives out for public consumption, even if it's a topic that's on the up and up. Right? Hey, Gemini girl. And so it's not, love you, Stacey. It's not a matter of like, we're going to clean this up, and probably a cat. We're going to clean this all up and never cuss on this channel and all that. No, 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 no. I'm hardly changing a thing. The only thing that I just want to say is I made people uncomfortable, and that is not my intent. And I did it because, I didn't do it to be rude or to cross your boundaries. I did it because I feel like I wasn't looking through your eyes, Tommy's eyes. I was only selfishly looking at how does this, like, it's okay with me because I came from Scientology. Hey, Sherry LeBron again. I'll have to start at the beginning. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you for being here. I'm happy to see you again. There's definitely a way to talk about sex and sexuality without it being titillating. I don't know what that word means. For the shock factor, you can bring maturity, facts, and humor to the subject without it being a joke. Exactly. And I think we do a great job of that, Teresa. I think what I'm narrowing it down to is I put somebody else's sex life, because he was a part of my sex life, on blast. And I took it way too far and I got way too dirty about it. Again, I will talk about my vagina still. Love you, Jojo. Hopefully I'll see you over there. A year ago, you wouldn't have wondered if people were uncomfortable. Now you do. That is so true, Barbara Waite. I will still talk about my vagina. I think it's actually important to normalize that. I will still talk about all of those things. I don't even mind talking about sex and just an experience I had, at one point. But that doesn't mean we name the person, and that doesn't mean we go deep into like the current sex life of this person. It just feels cringy to me now. And again, I think this is the Scientology in me peeling away, melting away, and I'm becoming more of a human. And from Massachusetts. I'm old and I do have some boundaries. I don't think you've crossed over mine, but I can see how some might be overwhelmed. Absolutely. And Anne, good to see you. Titillating means arousing or exciting someone in a sexual way. Wow, I did not know that. Thank you for explaining, Teresa. Thank you, Hope Between the Dreams. Don't let anyone silence your content. Lumen, this is actually important. I want to discuss this. Thank you for pointing that out, Lumen. Hey, Jen Pookie, she's absolutely right. Because while everything I'm saying is true, this is my channel as far as what I will use my voice for. Nobody is going to say, hey, I don't think you should be talking about. Now, people do it every day. I have close friends that do it. In my circle, I have close friends that do it. I have random strangers that do it. I have people who I barely know that I've seen on this channel a few times do it. People want to tell me all the time how to live my fucking life, whether it be on this channel, the topics I talk about here, or outside of this channel. People will tell me what I need to be doing. You have no idea how frustrating that can get, especially because, yeah, Trisho, I came from a place where I wasn't allowed to think for myself or do what I wanted to do. I was constantly shut down. Like, no, 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 LRH says this, you can't do it. Okay, great. You got to follow the rules. I really, really have a problem at this point with people pushing my boundaries and saying, you really shouldn't discuss that, or you're going to get some backlash for that, or you shouldn't have done that. It's all how friendships work. But at the same time, I'm about to be 41 years old in a week and a half, 2 weeks. And the fact of the matter is, I'm a grown fucking adult and I need to learn this stuff. And you guys have to give me the space to do that. And I've said, let me fall. Even if you're like, oh, that's bad, Reese, you don't want to go there, you don't want to do that. Let me make that mistake. There's no way I'm going to learn it. I can't listen. It would be like I say, you can't tell a smoker, hey, that causes lung cancer. What do you think they're going to do? They're not going to fucking quit. They have to come up with that solution on their own, right? Self-awareness is beautiful. You're coming to understanding that you never had before because you are finding your true self through healing and reflection. Thank you, Debbie Zito. You know what you need to be doing, Reese? Living your life the way you see fit. And that's the thing, guys. Even if it's in a way that you don't approve of, I can respect that. But I cannot respect people saying, like, don't do this. So I agree with what Lumen said. Don't do, like, hey, Meredith Lynn, I love that, Just Joan. Same day as Tommy's birthday, July 3rd. Happy early birthday, babe. Amy Edge says, I don't understand that. I will never tell you what you should be doing. I can barely figure out what I need to be doing. Thank you, Amy Edge. I appreciate that. That's very respectful and supportive. Lindy says, sex is a part of life. No biggie. That's what I mean. I love talking about sex. I really do. Because I get curious about sex. I have questions about sex. I like to explore the topic of sex, but it's not for shock value. We will still do that here. The difference is I'm not going to get a boyfriend or get married and go bring him on my channel and go, so when we had sex last night, like, that's so gross. And I really am embarrassed that I did it, but I also don't mind owning shit. I don't mind being embarrassed, but I'll never do it again. It's trashy. It's not for YouTube consumption. Like, some things need to be held back, right? Hey, Mousy. Wow. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. And I mean that. I'm not embarrassed to make mistakes. I know I'm going to be full of mistakes over the next 2 years. We're only 2 years out. This channel isn't even 2 years old. I guarantee you I'm going to continue to make mistakes and I'll have to own up for those. And that's how I'm assuming life works. I'm just kind of new at it there, right? In the real world. West Coast Fancy Nancy Reese, I've told you before, but your birthday is on my favorite nephew's birthday. That's so cool. I love that. My mother said the same thing, Anne from Massachusetts. The topic of sex does not bother me at all. There's an entire book in the Bible that talks about sex. It's called Song of Solomon or Song of Songs. Okay, Buffy, I didn't know that. But yeah, mistakes are a part of life. And whether or not other content creators or social media forums, any of those places love to rub my mistakes in my face, it's hilarious to me. It doesn't even bother me, because it's such a reflection on them. Do you think people think you're amazing and saving the world by saying, look at what a piece of shit Reese is? Most people don't buy that and don't like it. Your sensitivity toward those of us who don't enjoy certain topics is a beautiful example of your growth. Praying for your continued growth and peace. Thank you, Daughter of the King. And again, I appreciate your gift to me. I really do. Thank you for those books. Hey, Teresa again. Reese, I appreciate that you keep reminding us to let you make your own mistakes. It is something I've always reflected back on when and if I might disagree with you. This is how we all grow and I need it. Thank you, Teresa. It's the truth. I said this yesterday. I have a friend who's dating someone. I don't care for him. I don't really like him. I don't like some of the things I've been told. Some things have been like quite the red flag for me, but I hold my tongue because she's like 47, 48 years old. She's been married. She's got kids. Like, I don't, what's the alternative? I tell her how much I hate him, and then it takes a piece of our friendship away. She doesn't feel safe with me. She's not going to want to tell me anything. It's not my place. Let her fall. Let her make those mistakes with that guy. Only she can walk away and be done when she's done. Right? I mean, that goes for anybody in any relationship. How many of us have known someone where we're like, I don't like the guy or I don't like his girlfriend at all? You have to allow people to make those mistakes, and maybe they'll never see that as a mistake. Maybe they really love the person. You got to let people fucking breathe. It really bothers me. I cannot explain to you on the grand scale of how many people want to dip in and give me their opinions. And like I said, some of them are in my close. You good? Bojangles. Some of them are in my close circle. And some of them are total strangers, and some of them are somewhere in the middle, right? Detective's daughter. I think I remember you. I usually just stay in the background and laugh, cry, and etc. with you. How are people supposed to learn and grow without falling or making mistakes? Just saying, yeah, let people fall. We get up. We'll get up. Let us get up. Like, we might need your help then. But I don't see any kind of benefit to being like, you're going down the wrong path, girly, or even worse, the people who want to reach out and tell you the mistakes that are in the past. Like, I can do anything the fuck about that. I love people who are like, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you did that. I can't believe that you had that conversation. I can't believe. What are you doing? That is such a waste of time. You can should all over yourself. Okay. There's nothing I can do to correct what I did 10 years ago. That's fucking ridiculous. And it makes you kind of a shitty person for holding that against me. And I don't even know you. Right. Like, go find something to do. I was the one that's from Olathe. I remember you. Yes. Are you still in Olathe? Good old Olathe. I worked in Olathe once. I had a job there, part-time, nights, cleaning. Liz Tricks. I think it was on Black Bob Road. Isn't there a Black Bob in Olathe? Ew, yes, Just Joan, it is for me, but Huxley would say no. Huxley would say yes to that. I would say no, I would never do that. But I don't eat a lot of meat. Liz Tricks, people need to learn to give advice or things to think about in love without any strings attached. Yes, you should be allowed to take the advice or not. And that's okay. Love you in all your phases, my friend. I love you, Liz. You have been probably one of the most accepting people. And Liz and I are close. I know her very well. I've seen her in person twice. Thank you for your super chat, Liz. And she's never judged me. She's held my hand through stuff, and she's never made me feel bad about it. See, it's people like that that I keep close. Okay, Peggy Collins, your daughter lives in Olathe. You're going to chase people away if you make them feel bad or unsafe about the decisions either they made, they're currently making, or they're going to make in the future. This is something, okay, yeah, Black Bob is ridiculous. So much traffic. I knew it. I worked on Black Bob. I think so much differently than I did before. My sister told me something today, and I will never share what it is. Okay. I do not give up family information. My sister told me something today, and it was very surprising coming from her. I was very proud of her. Like, I was amazed. Okay. And she said, I bet your jaw is on the floor, me telling you that. And I said, I love that. I'm proud of you. That makes me happy for you. Even if I had felt the opposite and I had thought judgmental thoughts, I would have said, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. It's not, hey, just Stacy, my fucking place to judge people and be like, oh, that's a terrible idea. It's easy to do that. We want to do that. It's a knee jerk reaction to do that. But you're going to chase, just know if you do that, you're going to chase people away. You're boxing them in. You don't make them feel safe. I will be honest. I feel like I did that a lot to Tommy. I told him that when we had our very, very healing talk. Um, okay, Peggy, that's cool. I didn't know that. When we had our very healing therapeutic talk and we cried through it, I apologized to him for a lot of that. Like I jumped to conclusions and judgment so hardcore on him. I don't know why. I didn't really do that to Jeff as much, probably because Jeff had so much to judge. It was like, where do I start? But I feel like I didn't judge him as much as I was like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh, I wouldn't do that. I was very controlling, right? Like I was very weirdly jealous and kind of controlling in his life. And I have worked at length on that as to like, hey, Holiday, why I'm that way, why I was that way with him, like what made me, what was the recipe that brought that in to be that way? I'm not usually that way. And so I figured some things out. And even talking to him since, I apologize for that, but he asked me my advice on some things. And I was like, you know, if that's something that you like, I'm supportive of that. And he was like, really? Like, I think he was surprised because normally I would have been like, oh, no. Like, no, we're all just kind of trying to make it. And whether it be my sister or talking to him about something or even my kid, I just think you're going to chase people away with your heavy, controlling opinions, your doubts. Like, let people make mistakes, let people fall. And that's what I was thinking with my friend who has the guy that she's dating that I don't really like. I'm like, I kept thinking that when she was talking to me on the phone. There was a lot of things I was like, ooh, I don't like that. Ooh, I don't like that. Like, and the reason I think it hits, I have a cat hair somewhere. It's a ghost hair. There it is. And I think the reason that hits home too is when we've all been in relationships, dated, married, whatever it be, right? We recognize those red flags from our own experience, of course. And so there was some things she was telling me that I was like, "Oh my god, like my ex did that, my husband did that, whatever it is." But it's the same thing as saying to a smoker, "You're going to get lung cancer." That's terrifying. Lung cancer is terrifying. I think that would scare the shit out of anybody. It doesn't work. They don't care. That isn't what pushes them over the edge to quit. So if you say, "Oh my god, my ex-husband did that. Good luck." Mm-mm. It's the same thing as saying you're going to get lung cancer to a smoker. What are you doing? That doesn't help. Love you, Trixie. Um, you were learning your freedom at the same time as you were falling in love. It all rolled into one. Just Joan, that is profound. I was learning my freedom at the same time I was falling in love. Yeah, but he didn't need me to put such restrictions and be weirdly jealous and no, Yadira, and I never would. I smoked for almost 10 years. That's what I'm saying. It was a me problem. That had nothing to do with Tommy, and I don't wanna talk about Tommy, but that was a me problem. Like, you're right about that, Joan. It's like that was something brewing that had nothing to do with him. And for shitty reasons, I did that to him, and I hate it because he's a very smart person. He's a fucking adult. He can do what he wants, and it's weird that I tried to be restrictive ever, right? Um, the more you try to push against someone's significant other, the more they become determined to make it work. That's true too. It's like, stay out of it. I have that problem with my best friend. The man she is with uses her and she just lets him, and it drives me crazy. But there's nothing I can do about it, but just be there for her. That's a true friend, Amy Edge. That's a true friend. And that's how I feel. There's nothing I'm going to say that's going to convince my friend anyway. Let her fall. You're actually doing people a favor by doing that. Let her fall. That's what I think. I wouldn't have listened. Wow, Shelly, I didn't know that. I wouldn't have listened. It's I don't know why people get so entitled to think it's their place to be the judge of things. Vicky Cat, I've made a lot of mistakes with guys, but I learned from all and came out better and way stronger. It was a good place when I met my husband. 24 years together. Wow, Vicky Cat. Good for you. Congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment. I would love to experience that with someone. I'd love to be with somebody for decades. That would be amazing. It's pretty special. Good for you, detective's daughter. I would never judge a smoker. I don't judge someone who uses drugs. Like, everybody has some kind of an addiction, right? I just think people are so quick to jump to those conclusions, such judgment. Like, my pearls, I just can't believe it. And that's what these other stupid content creators are doing. Look at Reese. Look at this person. Like, I'm not the only one that gets bullied. You think I don't know that? It's just so gross. Focus on yourself. Focus on your family. Focus on your upbringing. It's weird that you're so crazy focused on me. I had a hater reach out to me yesterday. This is a known person who really hates me, but somehow they watch me and they've reached out to me before, and I've always been respectful to this person, and honestly they've always been respectful to me. So she's kind of a hater that like goes into everybody's chats. I don't know how else to put it, but I've always allowed this person around because they've always been somewhat respectful. Well, they reached out to me yesterday and they sent me a something on Rumble. And it was a screenshot of somebody putting the long con video on Rumble. Okay. And this person said, "Who is mad at you?" with a screenshot. And I said, "Who isn't?" This is verbatim. I said, "Who isn't?" And they said, "The channel looks like it got a lot of," and I'm not gonna name this person, but it's another hater that really hates me. The channel looks like it got a lot of this person's videos and some of yours distorted. And I said, "I'm not worried about it." And she said, "I don't think there's anything to worry about. I just thought it was funny since I know how copyright happy you get." And I said, "True, I do." And she said, "Not much you can do on Rumble." And I said, "I wasn't even going to look into it. I'm just not concerned about it." She said, "Oh, you already knew about it?" It didn't have many views, so I figured you hadn't seen it. And I said, "Yes, of course I've seen it. A few people have sent it my way." And she said, "Well, good luck with that. I'm sure your army will take care of whoever it is." And I said, "Thanks. They're amazing." But it's like people just can't manage to like gossip, gossip, gossip. And I thought, you're right. I do have an army. I have an absolute army of people that love me and support me. And I'm sorry that that makes you mad. What a shit stirrer. Yeah, I mean, this person is a shit stirrer, but this person has also not really been super shitty to me. I mean, when I first talked to them, I said, "You're the enemy." And they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, you're the enemy." And I didn't, she was probably baiting me, but I was like, who cares? Like, what else is new? She started the conversation with, "Who's mad at you?" And I wrote, "Who isn't mad at me?" Like, I cannot believe putting my face and my name out, how many people flock to that. It's crazy how many people hate me. Hateable, relatable Reese. Get a fucking life. The sport quarter dude is full blown obsessed with me. I have never met that person in my life. And he is like, you can tell he lives his life thinking about me, talking about me, wondering about me, guessing about me, talking about my child. It's like, I cannot believe the penthouse apartment that I rent in his head. I signed I think I signed a 1-year lease and we're coming up on it. And it's been a huge space that I take up in that head. It's wild to me how social media works. Like, they cannot get off of the subject of whoever it is that they're bullying. Don't tell me how to drive while I'm driving in my own lane. West Coast Fancy Nancy, yes. Yeah. Rain virus. It's just, that's why I love this chat, because I know there's haters watching right now. Of course, I'm sure the person whose information I was just reading off, I would never dox them. It doesn't matter. But it's just, yeah, I'm sure, because you get so copyright happy. Hmm. Like, I don't know if that was supposed to be an insult. You're damn right. If anybody steals my content, just like any other YouTube content creator, that's what we do. We copyright strike them. You think I'm the only one that does that? Sorry I did it to your friend. You're not going to steal my fucking content, right? Have fun, West Coast Fancy Nancy. That's some California or Manhattan type of high rent living in his head, Reese. Yeah, Teresa, it is. Jenny Sorensen, you are not. The haters always silently watch, but it's, if you, I mean, it's kind of what I was talking about with Meryl. Like, it's crazy to me. This person has never been in Scientology, acts like an expert on the topic of Scientology, by the way. Never been in Scientology, claims to want to help the ex-Scientology community whilst tearing down an ex-Scientologist. It's the same thing with this dude. Never met him. Marissa Martin. Never met him. Don't know him. Doesn't know my life. Doesn't know anything about me. Yet takes up so much space, putting out so much hate. It's weird. And I think it's worth highlighting every once in a while. Especially Meryl. Like, I don't really care about that guy because he's a known Nazi racist, right? Like, Nazi covered in Nazi tattoos. Oh my God, I have to do it from Inglourious Bastards. We're in the Nazi killing business. And cousin, business is a booming. Dude's a known racist Nazi. Okay, so I don't care as much about someone who lives their life that way. He has zero credibility, right? Hey, Shannon C. But he's friends with Meryl that I know of, right? I did a video on that. And Trailer Park Forklift. Yeah, Geoplanet Jane. That one, her is a more questionable for me, because again, you cannot claim to come out of the gate saying, I support this community. I support the ex-Scientologists. Not you, Reese. Step back. We're going to make some hate content on you. It's odd. It's weird. And you can claim that it's because I hurt your friend's feelings. You can claim whatever the fuck you want. You look weird. It looks weird. It's a strange look. It's a red flag. It's questionable. It's sketch. It's shady, right? Like, you're not saving anybody. You don't stand for any victims. Don't ever say you stand for victims. I was a victim. You took my story and said it didn't happen. She said, Dan O'Connor did not hit me with a fax machine. That didn't really happen. So don't claim to stand for victims and then take my story and minimize the shit out of my life and say that didn't happen. And then turn around in the same breath and say, but I support the ex-Scientology community. I want to help the victims. You don't. It's a weird look. And I am not trying to start any shit. But you also tear me the fuck down daily. If not like every other day, weekly, I don't know. Whatever clicks and views you can fucking get. But no other ex-Scientologist would put up with this. They wouldn't sit there silently. I think we can all think of all the ex-Scientologists in this community. You think they would stand with that? You think they would put up with that if they were under attack and being bullied by her? No fucking way. No fucking way. In the words of Johnny Depp, were you there? Yeah, it's using victims. But don't act like you stand for victims. That's a fucking joke, and it's recycled, and it's old. Yeah, Lady O. I don't know, Topsy. I don't know anything about Meryl, and I don't pretend to. You don't see me coming on here making full videos on her life and saying that her cult never happened, and I believe she had lost family or something like that in like a tragic accident. or something happened to her, do you think I'd ever come out and speak to that? Like I'm a fucking expert and say that didn't happen? That would make me the biggest piece of shit on planet Earth. I wouldn't do that to her or anybody. I would never speak for somebody else's traumatic story, right? Jana, that's too bad. But I cannot think of much worse other than tearing down somebody else's kids like they do to mine. I cannot imagine taking somebody's story of trauma and abuse and saying that didn't happen. There are so many red flags that come out of her fucking mouth. I can't believe anybody listens to it. I think it's a small group of people that listen to it. And I've got quite a few that have come back from that group of people and said, I thought for myself, and all the shit that she's saying is total lies. It's spewing hate. Nobody wants to stand with that. Yeah, Raymond. Well, people turn up the volume on hatred. They cry louder. They do all those things they can possibly do to get that attention, right? I don't know why people don't see the red flags, Jenny. Because people, you have to meet people where they're at. And so, of course, there's going to be a bunch of people just like her who feed on hate, who are not healed, who love pointing blame at others, twisting stories, making them look bad. There's people who really get off on that. But I think the number is way fewer than the real people who want the truth, who want to be seen and heard, who want to help, right? That's where it's at. I don't want to be around those people anyway. She can keep them. That's toxic as shit. I don't want to be around a bunch of toxic, unhealed people. We've all met people like that. They will drain you. I don't want to be around that anyway. Like, please flock over there. I don't want to support that. It's just disappointing. This isn't stuff that I like to talk about very often. Yeah, just Joan, I agree. But at the same time, I think it needs to be talked about. And I mixed it in with just curious. Welcome in. Hi, Reese. I've watched the lives of this person, and it's shocking what she is doing to attack you and Nora. At one point, then say she is the sweet person who would never do such a thing. Very weird. That's everybody keeps using the word weird, and I appreciate it because it's weird. It's super weird. I don't know how you can look into a camera. JPEG, it could be. I don't know how you can look into a camera and say, I want to help. I want to help the ex-Scientologists and I will fight for them. And I will fight to the death for them. Step the fuck back, Reese. We got plans for you, girl. We got plans for you. We are gonna snowball this and we are going to make it as big as we can and we're going to make money on it. And we're going to make money on your trauma and say it didn't happen. Like that is so fucking weird. It's really weird. It's very fake. Yeah, Katie did it. It's evil. It's gross and it's so bullying. And I think about that content creator that killed herself this week, took her own life, a very successful YouTuber, and it just speaks to me so much with that, right? Like, how do you deny, attack, reverse victim? Okay, they thrive on chaos. Yeah, pretends to be sweet but gets off on drama, but nobody's falling for that. Like people see through that shit pretty well. Hey, Nanny Carrie, anybody who thinks for themselves, Galileo, welcome, sees through it. I think like Huxley could see that. Like it's easy to see, right? She doesn't even make it hard. That's what I mean. It's not intimidating. She's not even good at it. But who does she stand up for? How is she moving things forward? Melissa, nobody knows the answer to that. And I think it's good sometimes to call out this bullshit, right? Teresa, it's absolutely horrifying to casually throw around words of abuse like rape or sexual assault. It seriously undermines the healing and advocacy that needs to be done to raise the awareness or stop it in our society. It's really weird. It's a weird thing to mess with. I agree with that. I agree with that. And it wasn't rape or sexual assault when Dan threw that fax machine at me, but he put me in the hospital, right? It was abuse. It was, and I was a minor when he did that to me. To come out and say that didn't happen, what kind of a, especially from a woman to another woman, like, I don't know why that bothers me more that it's from a woman. I mean, gender shouldn't matter here, but it just grosses me out for some reason even more that a woman who is a cult survivor, right, would come out and say, that didn't happen to you. Do you know how fucking distasteful that is? Classless to take a victim's story and claim that didn't happen from decades ago. Do you know how hurtful that is? The damage you do by saying that? Words mean things. Words matter. And being a content creator with a big ass head and a big ego because you think you're hot shit because you get a couple hundred people to come in when you put Reese in the fucking thumbnail doesn't make it okay to go, wow, I'm on fire. I'm going to lie as much as I can. That makes it even worse. We have a responsibility to the people that come into our stream and listen and watch us. That's fucked up. To take a child's story and say that didn't happen, and then turn around and make videos all the time and go, I stand with victims. You are an absolute piece of shit for that. And I'm aware of what just came out of my mouth. If that was done to somebody else, I would say the same thing, but this time it was done to me. To say that my story isn't true makes you an absolute monster to say that. To say that about another woman's story of abuse. Do we not believe people? Do I have to prove myself that that story was true? Even though I have in all of the audios, when I talked to Sea Org members, Brenda, Dan O'Connor's sister, when I played all those audios for you guys, when I was an Under the Radar Scientologist, every single one of those audios, I brought up that story of Dan O'Connor putting me in the hospital with a fax machine being thrown at me. Is that not enough? Says you, because you're God, you're going to come out because you got a few hundred people to watch you and take the opportunity to say that didn't happen, but then turn around and say, I stand with victims. That is really, really horrific. It's diabolical. It's evil. I don't know Love and Life. I very rarely watch her channel. I went and popped in like a week ago, and then I went and popped in a few days in between that. And I really can't, I have a hard time watching because of the body language and just like the maniacal laughter, but then like, it's very weird to watch the language and the way we talk and just like all the weird things that we're doing and the smoke and mirrors, and then to like click on stuff and read. Like, I feel like she spends most of her time just reading the chat and like getting people's approval. She reaches externally big time. Like, we need that approval. I need to be seen. I don't stand in my own truth. I need you guys to validate me. That's how I look at it. But it's weird how she reads comments. She'll be like, gaslighting at its best. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Like, you can see, like, I need it. I need that. Give me, like, follow me, listen to my lies. It's weird. The body language freaks me out. So while I have gone and watched, it's very reactive. I have been told behind the scenes in so many emails that person's more reactive than anybody's ever seen. Like, can't sit still reactive, like has to react, has to retaliate. it sucks. Like, I can't imagine having to live that way. Like, can't think for yourself. It feels that way. I don't live in her head, and I don't speak like I know her better than she does, even though she does that with me all the time. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. And so it's hard for me. I would rather people just tell me things I need to know, because if I go try to watch, I literally it's almost like I'm like, whoa, there's just too much going on. It's so it's just very like, you gotta chill out. Like, you gotta calm the fuck down. Like, it do you ever like, it's the energy coming off of someone. You ever been around someone like that? Where it's like they're so like there's so much energy coming off of them that you feel it and you're like, whoa, whoa, like it's just too much. That's how I feel when I go over there. I'm like, hey, time mark, you're pretty late, when it's just way too much. And that's what I can't even like, yeah, it's frantic and I can't stay on the topic because it's just like, I feel like too, it's like the whole point of that channel is to like validate by just pulling up comments constantly and being like, yup, 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 yeah, and I'm like, are we talking about our own thoughts here, or are you just like trying to pile on as much hate as possible by like, I feel like we're revving up the crowd to like really get your pitchforks, and it's creepy, it's cringy. Um, Question: why does she like to point out no others in the community don't like you? That's very cruel. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I have. She emailed me that once. I think that was in an email that said like everybody hates you pretty much. It wasn't exactly those words, but like nobody wants to work with you. Like again, classic bully behavior. Not good enough for someone who's been bull baited for 4,000 hours. I mean, nice try, but like nobody wants to work. Nobody's ever wanted to work with me. I'm an ex-Scientologist. She does attack people on a dime, Raymond. She very much has bullied a lot of people. I'm just on a list, right? But Candace, you are hilarious. Um, I don't other to answer that question, I don't know other than um it's classic bully behavior, right? I love you, Pamela. It's classic bully behavior to go, nobody wants to work with you. Nobody likes you. I feel like you're trying to minimize me enough to where I feel like I don't belong here on planet Earth. Why else would you say nobody wants to work with her? So that I feel bad enough about myself that, I mean, that's my guess. What is the benefit in saying that? She attacks and then she cries. Very classic. Yes, classic bully like behavior. But what is the benefit? I mean, I didn't finish high school, but I imagine that to be very high school. You can't sit with us. Nobody likes you. Go eat your lunch in the bathroom. Like, it's very bully like behavior. And I'm not here to like make this about her and hate her. I'm here to shed light on this shit. And it feels good. I mean, you guys may not like this topic, but it feels good to break down exactly the behavior and what's going on here. Right? We're just cutting to the fucking chase. I'm not describing people's looks. I'm not tearing like, I'm describing the body language that I have witnessed, right? But it's very classic to me bully behavior, especially to point out nobody wants to work with you. What's the point to that comment? How first actually let me back up. What's the point of that comment? But how are you telling the truth about Reese? How are you making the world a better place like you claim to be doing? Because I think the whole claim here is I'm fighting for the victims and my friends that she hurt, and I'm speaking out to get the truth out about Reese. Okay, cool. All right. Let's just assume that's true. Yeah, Gail. How is that the truth? By bullying and saying, um, Nobody likes you or wants to work with you. How is that putting the truth out? Anybody? I'm serious. It's not, because it's simply bullying. There's no truth to this whatsoever. This is not a truth campaign. It's a hate campaign. It's a smear campaign. It's a don't look at me, look at Reese. She's the bad guy. She hurt all these people. And we stand for victims. But her story didn't really happen. But I believe in the ex-Scientology community. I want to help the ex-Scientologists. But I want Reese to be bullied off YouTube and take her channel down. Oh, because that makes a lot of sense. What she's saying is true. Natalie really enjoyed working with you. Tori wants to work with you. So does Dylan. Nora probably as well. Thank you, Cami. It's true. I think what you meant to say, what she's saying isn't true, because that doesn't make sense. To protect this community that she loves so much. Yeah. How do I get jobs with only a 9th grade education? Well, I didn't never get a job that required a college degree. Rue, thank you for your super sticker, babe. Like, I never could have a job that required a degree, if that makes sense. It's not like I was an engineer or a lawyer. I just had jobs that required going to some form of schooling that wasn't college. Yeah, Cami, I figured. Melissa, she's very unhealed. She's very unhealed. Hey, Paula Penley, I can't get past how she constantly messes with the hair, flopping her face around trying to flip the hair. Weird. I can't hear what she's saying because of the hair thing. See, I haven't watched her long enough to even know what you're talking about. What I watched and noticed is this going, is it true? Yeah. Jan says, as Tommy said, hatred only damages the hater. Yeah. It's like this weird, nervous laughter. Like, I don't think she's comfortable on camera, to be honest. I don't think she's comfortable in her own skin. I think she's comfortable on camera when she used to do her natural, organic talents, which was sticking to her own, what she, like, I loved the stuff she used to do way back when, like stories she would chase down on other cults and like exposing things. She'd have somebody on to talk about, like, where she's not hating. Hey, Air Supply, she thrives. But if you watch the body language and the nervousness, it's like she's not confident in what she's doing. So we constantly have to read. It's like we have to fill the silence with other people's, the expressions. Just watch. And this isn't me making fun of her. I'm saying, look, don't listen. That's what LRH actually says. But go look for yourself. Go look. Go listen to it, but watch and study it, right? Yeah. Jenny. Like, hey, Barefoot April. Like, it's just go see the validation, like, that she's striving to get. It's like she can't think for herself. It's like, I didn't know Doug, but I think he and her were very close. And I would guess anybody would be disappointed in this. Yeah. I mean, I don't speak for that guy, but I would guess so, right? Nobody's proud of this shit. I'm not even happy with the stream I'm doing right now, but we have to fire back as far as standing up for ourselves. And I will stand up for myself, right? She'll never stop. I will is the difference. I don't come on screaming and disprove everything she says about me. I don't even know what's said about me. I can't watch more than a 5-minute segment, right? No, it's not Free People, but it does look like Free People, April. But hey, DNV, I've never felt that way, DNV. Yeah, I'll stand up for me and my kid, but there's a way to do it tactfully without the way she does it, which is, I honestly believe she revs up and riles people up with as much like lies and confusion and chaos as she can, and comes on all weird, like just not herself. And then I think she gets the crowd rolling, right? She gets it all ready to go with the thumbnail. And it's old, it's recycled. And I think people see through it now. But like, if you just watch the behavior I know, Joe. I know your viewpoint on it. The behavior is strange with this one. The body language is odd, and it's almost to me like she's uncomfortable in her skin doing this kind of content. Like she's not made for it. It's not natural for her. That's how I feel. It's like you're not even very good at this. You're actually pretty bad at it if you watch, because you have to get the behavior, you got to get the validation of the crowd. It's like you can't fill it with your own words or your own opinions. Um, it's more like I have to read what everybody's saying and just go, mm-hmm, and it's like, what are we doing? What is the benefit of this? Who are you helping in any way? Yet you claim to help the ex-Scientology community. It's starting to feel fake, right? It's past mean girl for sure. It's full blown hater. It's full blown bully, right? No, Gina, that's not. I think you're talking about the other one that makes fun of me with how much makeup I wear. Um, there's another one. Yeah, there's another person that hates me that oddly enough sent me a Bible, but then turned around and started making videos about my looks and how much makeup I wear. And I can see that they're really helping planet Earth by doing that. Yeah, they're really helping people from being a victim of Reese. Yeah, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah. So I think that was worth talking about. I don't intend to talk about it again until we need to talk about it again, right? But I think it's fair to discuss what we talked about just now, along with the mistakes that I have made as a content creator with this channel being less than 2 years old. Time Mark, do you realize it has nothing to do with him? The bullying on Reese is disgraceful and needs to stop. Gail, you shine brightly no matter the shadow cast. Thank you, Gail. Wow, that is such a nice thing to say. That is very kind. Thank you. And thank you for being a member. I also sometimes think about these people. I notice that how I talk about TS now, I don't get an acknowledgement. I don't know what you mean, Time Mark. I think it's important though to go back to, I have made a lot of mistakes on this channel. Some of the things these people make fun of and talk about, they probably are right to make fun of. I have made mistakes on this channel and talked about things at length that probably made people uncomfortable. And like I said, to my chat, to this community, I apologize if I ever made you uncomfortable because I lack boundaries. That's a me problem. And that's something I need to work on. You know, I still want to be able to go where we go here and talk about things and go into the weeds and laugh at stuff and bodies and things that are awkward. Hey, Margie Barr. I don't want to stop any of that. However, I have said some things, topics on here I've talked. I remember too, not just Tommy, making Jeff incredibly uncomfortable on the topic of sex. Not cool. Trashy, in fact. Right? Time Mark, if I missed one of your comments and you're not feeling good about it, just retype it. Just retype it, please. Women getting criticized if they wear makeup or if they don't wear it. I'm so tired of the old judgments and expectations on women's behaviors and bodies. Yeah. Yeah. I am too. It's weird to even comment on what we should be wearing, what we should be saying, who we should be sleeping with, who we shouldn't be sleeping with. Stay the fuck in your own lane is how I feel. Mind your business. Mind your fucking business, right? Mind your business. Let's play it, you guys, because it's hilarious. I got to find it real quick, but it won't take me long. I love this dude so much.
How about you mind your own fucking business? You want to be a lot happier? You want more good things going on in your life? Mind your own fucking business. All the energy you're spending on judging everyone else, canceling everyone else, envying everyone else, getting all fucked up in your head, it comes down to fucking mind your own fucking business. Live your life. Don't worry about everyone else's.
To anybody who is attracted to and loves gossip, mind your business. It feels amazing, right? Mind your business. They are irrelevant. Yes, they are irrelevant and they're trying to be relevant, but it's hard to be relevant when you tear people down, right? Back to real quick though, and then I'll hop off here. I just do want to point that out because I'm not here to point out other people's flaws all day and go, she shouldn't be doing. That's what she does, right? Like, look over there, look over there, everybody look over there, misdirect, misdirect. I'm not doing anything wrong. Not true. I did a lot of things wrong and I mistreated a lot of people. And I'm not here to go, I'm saying sorry again. I'm all sappy and mopey about it. I'm not, but I'm just owning it. There's a difference. I don't even really feel as bad about it. I just own it. I haven't done everything right here on this channel. I haven't talked about the topics I probably should have. I probably overstepped and made people uncomfortable, right? And dipped into other people's businesses that I shouldn't have. Stop the hate. Proud of you. Thank you, Angie Mo. Love you, girl. Reese, you're reacting, not making videos about her. Right. No, I know. I'm not making videos about her. If I were, I'd be putting her in the thumbnail like she does to me. Time mark. I'm just saying Reese is way better than to get in the mud with anyone. I truly feel like Reese is being used by TS, but she might be way too close to the fire to see it. I totally disagree with that, Time mark, and I'll just leave it at that. It's okay to put your opinion out there, but I know that's not true. I have body issues from abuse. The haters are just sick. And I'm really sorry to hear that, Joel Sachs. That makes me very sad. Yeah, love and life. And I agree with this a lot. My main point is we're all here mentally. Who cares about the physical when there is so much more important things in this world? 100% that's true. Just Curious says, Reese, just keep doing what you're doing. Love your streams. And no, I'm not in a cult. I just enjoy Reese because the streams are funny, the chat are friendly, and it's good entertainment. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. It's important to say that. If no one stands up to the bullies, they have no reason to stop. And I wouldn't even I don't know that I would say, thanks, Raymond. I'm not even sure that I would say we're standing up. Yeah, this has nothing to do with Tommy. The two are not even close, right? It doesn't have anything to do with him. She's been attacking me for a very long time. But I don't know that we're even standing up to the bullies. It's just every once in a while, I think we have to put light on this and go, you're not standing up for victims. You don't stand for victims and you don't stand for the ex-Scientology community, right? Me too. Joe Virus says, I miss the good old days and all of them. I agree with that. And don't think, Joe, that I didn't have my hand in this whole mess. I definitely played a part in, right? Not so much Marilyn. I feel like we were fine. And then all of a sudden she went fucking crazy attacking me. But some of the actual Scientologists, not her, doesn't count, but some of the actual Scientology community, I mean, there was some hurt there that I was a part of. But I'm not talking about that right now. Like I said, if anyone is going to start trashing either of the Scoville brothers, I will be out of here again. I will stand up and defend Reese, Tommy, or Johnny. Crap is crap. No one's going to attack them in this chat. That's been made very clear. But Just Joan, I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I won't allow that. Nobody's going to attack them in this chat. They've done their time. Nobody's going to attack them. People are allowed to dislike them. Like, I'm not here to control that or tell people how to feel or what to think. But nobody's going to come in here with hate and attack. No way. Baby Steps, that is very kind, babe. Thank you. Thank you, Baby Steps. I appreciate that so much. I really love it when you gift memberships, guys. That's very kind. Thank you. Could be, Topsy. Could be. But the problem with that is it's such old news. Reese, you are learning and growing. All of us need to do the same. I just say to myself, I'm not saying this to anybody else, grow up. I'm going to be 41. Grow up. Believe it or not, it's not cool to bully people. It's not cool to point out people's flaws and tear them down for the mistakes they've made. And I am not who I was a year ago. I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago. People change for the better or for the worse. I believe I've changed for the better. You cannot hold me and tie me down to who I was a year or two ago. That's not who I was. And I've apologized for that behavior. I've apologized to those people. They haven't accepted it and continue to talk about that on YouTube. That's not my fucking problem. And I'm not going to make it my problem, right? Thank you, Elizabeth Vigil. Yeah, it's recycling old news. And it's just a bummer. I wish that instead we could all set an example for the real Scientologists that may be wanting to come out and get help. We will never get people to come out for help. Not with this kind of bad behavior. I don't think. I mean, that's my opinion, right? It doesn't mean it's true, but I don't think anybody's going to come out and feel safe out here with people attacking ex-Scientologists. It's a bad look. And it's weird. And especially if you really are someone that needs help, how are you going to pay attention to and listen to someone who goes, I'm here to help? We're going to attack this Scientologist, this girl who used to be a Scientologist, and her story isn't real. Didn't really happen. What the fuck? You can't do that. It will make people not want to come out for help. Reese doesn't know an explanation of what's on this channel to friend or foe. Thank you, drive-in fan. For having 38 years and you've come a long way, Reese. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is horrible. I knew this, but I was bullied the age of 12 to 15. And in that time period, I had been strangled with a rope. I've been stabbed. I think this internet bullying bullshit, people need to grow up. Yeah. Unfortunately, it still happens, Joe Virus. And I am still so sorry that that happened to you. That is so horrific. And I hope you don't have to think about it very often. And I hope those people have gotten whatever karma that came to them, right? It's absolutely so gross that people bully with words or with harm physically like that to you. I don't know why people are so entitled. And this is exactly right. We don't need to make it harder for those trying to exit an abusive situation. Thank you, DNB. We don't need to make it harder for those trying to exit an abusive situation. How are you making it safe for the victims? Please, I would love an answer to that. And your answer can't be, well, Reese is just so horrible and she has so many victims and that she's created. That can't be your answer. That's not good enough. I have hurt people. You have hurt people. We've all hurt people. It's what we do about it that develops character. You cannot sit there and say, I support and stand for the victims when you tear down someone who is a victim and tell that victim her story didn't really happen. That's not how it works. And people see through it. It's weird as hell. It's a compliment. You are able to talk about pain and you aren't toxic. Thank you, Raymond. That's really kind. To be fair, I think the whole Scientologist to leave or not leave questions is more complicated. There's the issue of fear being held accountable for own bad behavior. Well, Scientologists aren't leaving because of what, yeah, things are held over their head in Scientology that are going to make them not want to leave anyway. But I know I was under the radar myself, is all I'm saying. I lived that. So if someone is sitting, I mean, I'll tell you, there are 2 Scientologists that I talk to currently, full-blown Scientologists that are under the radar. They don't want to come out to this shit. They see it. We're not helping anybody. And I say we, I'm involved in that too. It's just a fucking shame. It's a shame that we can't set a better example than this. And I don't think anybody intended for this to be the message. I think it got ugly and then it got worse. And now it's like no one can reverse it. Nobody can call a truce. Nobody can seem to make it better. But I wish that we could, because there is a better message and there is a better example for us to all set. And I'm talking to Marilyn too, even though she has nothing to do with Scientology. She's an advocate, right? So she's involved in that community too. I wish that we could all wipe the slate clean for just the people alone who would like to come out. It sucks that we make it unsafe for people to come out. And I say we, I'm not saying they. Notice I'm not finger fucking pointing. I'm saying that we make it unsafe. Did she actually say your story didn't happen? Time mark, she did. She did. You can ask several people in this chat. They saw it too. Candace, I'm glad you made it. You have self-accountability. We are all watching now. I hope she stops with this. Do not further streams about you. Well, she'll never stop. That's not the point. She'll never stop. That'll never stop. She's a bully. But yeah, it's just, I wish we could make it a safe space. And I wish I could do more. I wish that, I would like to collab more with ex-Scientologists. And yeah, Joe, well, we love you. Timemark, can someone tell Timemark which video she said that in? I'm not going to go look for it, but if any of you know it, yeah, she did say it. Third Eye Open, my mod said she did say it. Angie Mo saw it. I know you saw it, Angie Mo. She said, Lady O said, okay, Timemark. She said, if that's even true and if it even happened. Yes. Didn't she say something like, I don't think it actually happened because she worked with Dan O'Connor and I have a LinkedIn profile that shows that I worked with Dan O'Connor. And she was like, I don't even think it really happened because she continued to be friends with him. It was her typical malicious, passive-aggressive, sly bullshit that we all see through. She searched through my LinkedIn and picked it apart. Yeah. Okay, I didn't even know that. Third Eye Open. Thank you. Correct. It's because I worked with Dan. She was trying to say that story probably didn't even really happen. It's the malicious intentions that are so awful. We all make mistakes, but not to intentionally harm others. It's not acceptable. Correct. Rhonda McNeil said something like that the other day, and it really stuck with me. Timemark, she claimed the fact that Reese continued to work with her abuser. It must not be true. That was it. Thank you, Debbie Zito. That was it. She claimed that because I continued to work with my abuser, it must not be true. What a sick fucking thing to say. Heather, blaming the survivor. Blaming the victim. That's so fucking gross. To Marilyn, etc. Every one of these careless words is going to come back to haunt you. There will be a time of reckoning. Words are powerful. Take them seriously. Words can be your salvation or your damnation. Dang, Abigail brought it tonight. That is really powerful. Thank you for that, Abigail. And that applies to all of us. That's not just the haters. That applies to everybody in my opinion. Abigail, thank you for that. That's a powerful one. Thank you. And thank you for your super chat as always. Thank you. I understand, Timemark. That makes me so mad. Yeah, it doesn't make me mad. I mean, again, thanks, Susie. Guys, I have been through so much in Scientology. Like, it really takes a lot to get me rattled. It really takes a lot. It does. It just does. It always has. And that's not, I don't mean here on YouTube. That's in my life. You can ask people who know me. It takes a lot for me to be rattled, good or bad. That's kind of sucks. But the opposite of that too. It takes a lot for me to be like, like I don't get really excited about anything and I don't get really upset about anything. I'm pretty neutral with that shit. I don't care that somebody's claiming that my Dan O'Connor story didn't happen. What I care about is that she's going to do that to somebody that it does matter, and it makes them feel like they don't need to be on planet Earth. Obviously doesn't know how Scientology works. Yeah, I think she claims to know Scientology. I don't think she knows shit about it. Thank you for your super chat. I guess what I'm saying is just don't claim to be this sweet lady in Vermont helping victims. Just don't claim that. Just remove that out of it, right? It's like Scientology. Don't put up billboards like, "Hey, are you curious? We can really help you." You can't. Like, put up billboards that say, "Hey, come with us if you want us to destroy your family and rip the shit out of it apart." Like, just be a little honesty in advertising, right? Don't advertise that you're here to help the victims, blah, blah, blah. You're not. That's all we ask. Just change your tune a little bit and say, "Hey, I'm here to talk some shit on some people. I'm not here to help at all. I'm just here to tear people down." Just a little honesty in advertising, like George Carlin would say. I'm sorry, Topsy. I'm very sorry. Guys, I'm sorry that this was kind of a downer of a feed. Yeah, she also said that my son should be embarrassed about me taking him out shopping and taking him to dinner. She did. She named my kid and said he should be embarrassed to be out seen with me. Doesn't hurt, doesn't sting, doesn't hurt at all. Like, I'm your girl to do shit like that too. Doesn't hurt. But what I'm afraid of is that you're going to turn the lens onto somebody else and make them fucking feel like killing themselves. That's my fear. It doesn't make a dent with me when people say shit like that. It doesn't hurt me in the slightest for someone to say her son should be ashamed or embarrassed. Do you know how many times I've been bull baited on that? I'm not kidding. I don't think people understand. Thousands of hours sitting across from someone going, "You're a piece of shit. Your mom's a piece of shit. You should have never been born. You should kill yourself." That's what bull baiting has done to me. People say that. People tell me to do that when they bull bait me. You getting it? People will say, you're meaningless. You're worthless. You should go not be a part of this. People, that's the purpose of bull baiting, to make you crack. They want to see me go, "Woo!" And usually you do. And then the supervisor or the coach goes, "Flunk." Okay, start. And we're going to do that over and over until you don't react anymore. So for this fucking woman to think that she makes any kind of a dent, she doesn't. It doesn't make me flinch. I have been through so much in Scientology. This is fucking boring. To say my kids should be embarrassed. Great. What else do you have? Because you're going to have to do better than that, right? I love you, Joel Sachs. And I'm glad you were here with me. Thank you for being here. And thank you for your super chat, my friend. I love that, Megan Roberts. So it needed to be said. I'm glad that we said it. We'll go back to something cheerful tomorrow. But that's a real thing for me. It's my biggest memories of Scientology are being bull baited. My biggest, probably most thing I've spent the most time on outside of being in session and going on course, but that is course is being bull baited. I have been bull baited till 4 a.m. It's not anything. I don't overreact to shit. I'm trained not to. And I don't know if that will ever go away for me. You remember Jeff used to flip out. He'd scream at me and he'd go, "Stop using your bull baiting on me." Because I would just go, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. We check out, we disassociate, we desensitize to it. It just doesn't do anything to me. So keep it fucking coming. It makes you look like a fool, an absolute bully fool. She has bigger issues than putting all her hate and energy on tearing people apart, and especially focusing on a child and his mother. Exactly. Thank you, Heather. Exactly. Like, I don't need to make her look bad. She's tearing down a 15-year-old kid and his mom. What could be worse? I don't need to. All you got to do is go watch and see for yourself, right? Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for your super chat. Guys, I apologize if this was too much, if it was too sad, if it was too uncomfortable for you. We'll do something different tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to have to be a little bit later. I hope you're okay with that. Before you go, please hit subscribe. Tomorrow's going to have to be probably around like 5:36, if that's okay with everybody. I have something in the afternoon. So tomorrow's going to be a little bit later. Sunday I won't be here. It's the Zoom call. So everybody who's a member for that, I look forward to seeing you. I always look forward to those calls. And but I will be back tomorrow. It'll just be a little bit later in the afternoon. Again, I'm working on myself. I'm working on growing up. Okay. I have a lot. It's not an excuse. I have a lot to catch up on as an adult. I feel kind of stunted. I look back at some of my things I've said in old streams. I was very immature. Thank you, Elaine. Joan, what time is that Pacific Standard Time? Pacific, I think, is 2 hours behind me, Joan. Sorry, guys. So that would be like 4:30 your time, I think, Joan. Thanks, Buffy. I do have a lot of growing up to do. I have a lot of catching up to do with the human race and like where you guys are at versus where I'm at. And I've said some shitty, irresponsible, inconsiderate things. And I apologize for that. That's a blanket apology. Okay. I mean it. And I appreciate the people who stuck it out with me if I ever offended you. Right. So I'm working on me. I will continue to make mistakes. I will continue to have to work through it and learn, but I do apologize. But one thing we won't be ever is a hate bully channel. We won't. I'm not interested in that. So thank you for your super chats tonight. Thank you for gifting memberships, for being members. But most of all, I'm serious. I always appreciate your time, your wisdom. Happy early birthday to you, Joan. Marie said, I haven't seen you in forever. Lots of interperson analysis today for a lot of us. Sending love and support to anyone needing a little care and attention. That's so nice. Hey, Trisha K. You did not offend me at all. I never get offended in here. You guys don't offend me. Don't think that, because you don't. But I love you guys. Your time is what matters to me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Time Mark. I appreciate you saying that. Love you, Rain. Love you, Joe. Love you, Joel Sachs. Guys, I mean it, though. I really mean that. I need you to get that. I need you to understand. Thank you for supporting me. It humbles you when you get this much hate and this many people unsubscribe. It really shows you what's important, who stays with you, who comes back without judgment ever. Everybody's welcome here. Okay. But it really does make you put things into perspective like you didn't before. If that makes sense, what I'm saying. Love you, Joy Forbes. I've made some real friendships here and I don't take that lightly. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I mean that. I need you to know it. I will see everybody tomorrow night, like evening. Okay. I hope to see you there. I love you guys. And here comes Fred.